So I know Sagittarius does not even have their Halloween costume picked out, but you know it's going to be the best one because Sagittariuses are always the life of the party. Let's get going with your reading for October. Sagittarius, we're doing your astrology, your numerology, your tarot, doing everything all together. Please do not forget to hit like, share, subscribe, comments, and utterances of discontent will be met with love and humor. This is the Halloween edition, so it's going to be a fun one. And if you could just help me cheat the robots, help me cheat the algorithm. Anything that you do, any comment you leave, hitting share, anything helps boost me in the algorithms because it's us against the robots. Now, let's see what your tarot is for October. Don't forget, let's use this to, make you have the best October. Let's not blame the stars for our problems. Let's use the stars to get things better in our lives. But halfway through, because I'm going to be doing 3, maybe 4, we'll see, forms of divination. But halfway through, I'm going to show you some really cool stuff that I got going on. So let's see what's up for our Saggies. I love our Saggies. And this is so your month because I know next month is probably your birthday, depending on like when you're born, right? But it is definitely like December, right? December is most Sagittarius, a little bit of November, but this is the beginning of the holiday season. This is the beginning of Bacchanal, which is what you are all about. You are ruled by Jupiter. So let's see. Oh, you're very sad about summer ending. I can see that. But that makes sense. Think about it. Sagittarius, you're ruled by Jupiter. You're all about the luxury, the fun, the sun, the party, everything being a cool vibe. That summer, that's the kind of end of it. But I want you to embrace fall as your new Bacchanal. And it rhymes. Look at that. Okay, let's go into... Okay, so August was very weird for you. August was very weird. You had to put some things to bed. You had to open some new doors. It was a very transitory time for you. A lot of things were transitioning. You were going from an old you to a new you. September is actually good. September, depending. So I'm posting this in September. You might be watching it in September or October, depending, where you're at. September actually turns out to be good, and actually seems that there's going to be a relationship that is strengthened. And pardon my nails. So I did them, and then I took the nail polish off, and then I did them again. And so I have red fingertips. So not just the nails. So if you see my little kid nails, maybe next video they'll be better. But your relationships come back together in September. There is like a meeting of... There's like a meeting where you're equal with somebody. So if there's somebody that you were like broken up with, or you're having a fight with, or things weren't great, they get it. They got better in September. There was a coming together. This can also be a business partnership, but this is most likely a love relationship. Remember, I'm doing a general reading for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Everything I do here is very general. If you want a specific reading, people that have had a specific reading, comment down below. Let everybody know. I can give you dates and times exactly, but we got to get on the phone to do that. So I have text message readings. Those are going to be kind of like this, but they're going to be personal to you. But I also have 15, 30, and 60-minute readings. All that stuff is posted right... Oh, I got a little frog in my throat. All that stuff is posted right down below. And so is my phone number, 484-634-0435. Text me, and we can go over everything down to the day of when stuff is going to happen. Now, October, which is why we're here. Summer is over. You're kind of like, you're over it. October is going to be fine. It's going to be totally fine. But November is when you're really going to kick into high gear in December, because Sagittarius, that's what you do. That's your time. Okay. That is when the moon is in our sign. That is when the sun is in our sign. So that's when we're happiest. But so October is, you're going to prevail in some kind of either career, judgment, or learning situation. This is going to be an institution. So this is like banking, college, court, contracts. There's going to, learning. It's going to be learning, career, court, something like that, where you're going to have to, number one, you're going to have to buckle down. But number two, if you buckle down, you will persevere. You will learn what you need to do. There's a bunch of lessons you have to learn. There is things you have to learn. There are things you have to get through, but it's going to be mental. It's not going to be so much you have to do. It's going to be all inside your head. It's not like an action you have to do. It's not a trip you have to take. It's not a thing you have to buy. It literally is going to be things that you have to work out in your brain for yourself and to solve problems. October's going to be a very brain-centered time. Okay. So that's why I think this party card is over. The party of the summer, Jupiter, is over. The party of the winter has yet to begin. Okay, just so you're going to be in this transition time, Sagittarius. It's going to be a little difficult. And the Eight of Clubs tells you it's not over yet. So if you sit there, let's say you screwed something up, or let's say you forgot to pay something, or let's say like something bad happened at school, you might sit there and go, "It's over. My life is." It's not over. It is not. You're not even halfway there. Okay, so don't. There's no being dramatic here. October is going to be a buckle in, buckle up, dig your heels in. You're halfway between summer party and winter party. That's where you're at. That's where you're at. Now we go into November again. You're going to prevail. November, you're going to do very good. You're going to feel stronger in November. If you feel a little wishy-washy in October, don't freak out. That's totally normal. And then in December, love comes back. December, you're going to be this is a Venusian card. Okay. So it's very Jupiter, Venus, very, very, very similar vibes. You're going to feel better about things. You're going to feel like partying. You're going to feel like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is excellent. This is it. So, October, just get into your skull, get into your brain, learn how to relax. You got to take care of your anxiety without partying. Okay. So one thing I do know about Sagittarius and Jupiter and Bacchus and all that good stuff is they don't want to do it. They want to distract. So you have to stay away from distractions. That's going to be the biggest thing for you, is to stay away from distractions. You're going to have to buckle down and do. That's going to be the theme for October. Okay. Let's see what your Astro Dice says. These are available in my store. I have a cute cheat sheet. Oh, so funny. We have Jupiter here. How funny is that? And Capricorn, which is Saturn. So we have Jupiter, Saturn in the second house. Of course, of course, of course. This is all happening. Am I going to explain all this? Yes, I am. But I'm also going to tell you two things. If you want an astrology reading, if you want me to go into your numerology, your astrology, everything personal, get on the phone with me. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen the month ahead, the year ahead, whatever it is. Okay. I can tell you when somebody's going to call. I can tell you when somebody's going to come see you. I can tell you when a court case is going to happen. Just trust me on that. You want to get on the phone with me. Ask the people are going to be writing down below. So you definitely want to, you want to read those comments. Number two, I just dropped, I'm going to talk about some more Halloween stuff at the end of the video. I have some cool Halloween Halloweeny stuff here in the mix. I just dropped the second product. I'm doing a product a week. So the first week for Halloween, the first week was the Halloween subscription box. You get 3 full-size products and you get a bunch of other little treats and goodies, free shipping, everything for $50, which is like, oh my God, like forget it. That's like, without even the goodies, that is a 50% savings right off the bat. Okay. So free shipping and 3 full size, and you might even get a reading in there. You could get a 60-minute reading for free. Some I'm going to put 2 full-size products and a full-size reading. So some people are going to make out like a bandit. So check out that Halloween subscription box. The other thing is I did the white pumpkin soap. That dropped last week. This week, I dropped the white pumpkin salt. It is a matching. It is an ambered. It's not your PSL. It's not your pumpkin spice latte. It's not your bullshit smell. It is the most mature, velvety, icy pumpkin. Ooh, it's so fabulous. I know it's still a little bit warm out, but next week it's going to start cooling down. Check those out because I stopped shipping October 15th. I'm not going to ship after that. So if it sells out, you're screwed. I only got as many as I have. You want to get that early. Now, Capricorn and Jupiter in the second house. What does that mean for you? What does that mean for your October? So Jupiter is Jupiter. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So you got 2 big forces doing this. Okay. Your fun now has to be structured. Your mind, your frivolity, your things, your expansiveness now needs a framework. That's what that means. This is exactly what this card is about. That's why I do all 3 forms of divination, so you can see they all tell you the same story. This is happening in your second house. What is your second house? It is your house of money, not career. Don't get the 2 confused. It is your house of money, but it's also your house of value. So what is most important to you? What is the thing you need to do? What is the big goal? It can involve money. Most people, 99% of people call me when I talk about love. They want to talk about money. Okay. So it can be either one of those 2 things. Probably has to do with money. Probably you have to sit there and go, okay, I got to get real about my money. I got to structure my money. My money was fun. Now it needs structure. How I make my money was fun. Now it needs structure. How I spent my money was fun. Now I need structure. That's going to be your October. Okay. Now let's get into your numerology. And I usually do these in the decants, which are so in astrology, every sign gets 30 degrees. So you have a first, second, and third decant, so you get 10 degrees. So I split the month up like that. So we're going to do first 10 days, second 10 days, third 10 days, and we're going to do all that. You got to get a reading with me. I'm telling you, if you have a reading with me, you'll go, oh, I get it. I understand. Okay. And I will tell you everything about that specific person you want to know about. I'll tell you what they're thinking. You can ask people that have talked to me on the regular right down below how scary it is when I go, oh yeah, and they said this and they did this, right? You know who I'm talking about. Okay. So, ooh, you got good cards. Of course you do. You're ruled by Jupiter. So anxiety, first part of the month, but it does end. Okay. So the first 10 days of October, 10-ish. Okay. If it goes to October 9th or it goes to October 12th, please don't write me hate mail. Okay. So 10-ish, the first third of the month. Okay. Anxiety, worry, fear. You're going to go, oh shit, did I do that? Did I do this? Should I have done that? Get over it. It's fine because it's part of a cycle. It's part of a cycle. It's going to happen. It's going to end. Okay. Just know that there is an end. If you are hanging on by a thread the first week of October, know that the light is in sight. Now, middle of the month, you have a 3 and a 3. So that's chaos, chaos. Okay. That's chaos. That's imbalance, 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 imbalance. It's never going to balance. Two things not balancing. It could be a relationship, the two people in the relationship. It could be school work. It could be school love. It could be love work. It could be health school. There's two things you're going to be juggling. But we have the door to romance here. Your heart is in a cage, but the door is open. The door to the outside is open. There's so many possibilities coming in here. There is a lot of chaos involving your love life. There's a lot of chaos involving what you want. What did we talk about with the astrology? Your values were going to come into question. That looks like it's going to be the middle of the month. So that 10 to 20th of October. Now, don't worry about it because we end the month in a 9. See, we started it with a 1-8, okay, which is you and infinity, you and balance, you and money. That's what that 1-8 means. You're going to have anxiety. You're going to go, how the hell am I going to do this? What am I going to do? That's why you call Mama D and you get a reading because then I will plan your whole month out for you. I'll tell you what notes to hit. I'll tell you when stuff's going to happen. That'll take that anxiety away. But we end the month in a 9 also. But we ended in a 2-7. What does that mean? Now there's another person involved. We talked about that. Remember back in the tarot, we talked about this other person coming in. There's a balance coming in. This could be another person. This could be you balancing those two sides of your mind. There is a balance coming in. And the 7 is you getting what you want, you attaining what you need to do. Beginning of the month starts the 9 cycle, end of the month ends the 9 cycle. You kind of bookend it, okay? So there's going to be a big transition that happens this month. Go with it. Go with the flow. It's going to definitely be about your brain. It's going to be about what's inside of your head, not about what anybody else is doing. Sagittarius, I love you to death, but you get hung up on distractions. You do go inside your head too much, but you need to control the little dioramas and the little soap operas and the little telenovelas you have inside your head.